Hi, my cozy viewers. Look at what we are having today. Here in Uganda, we call this pilau. How do you call it in your country? Here is a list of my ingredients. I have some rice, beef, Irish, onions, pilau masala, dark soy sauce, and vegetables of my choice, plus some vegetable oil. So I'm going to begin by cutting my beef into small sized pieces, and after that I'm going to be boiling it with some salt. I normally wash my beef before boiling it, but it's not a must for you to wash your beef, especially if you are sure of where you've gotten it from, the people that slaughtered it. You don't have to wash it if you're sure that it's clean. Yeah, so after washing my beef, I'm going to add salt, and that's the only thing I'll boil my beef with. Guys, thank you so much for coming around to watch my video. If you've not yet subscribed, I'm reminding you to please subscribe. It is free of charge. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much for warming my heart. Kindly like the video, share with your friends, leave a comment. And while we boil our beef, guys, I want you to note that I have added water. So I'm going to boil it until it is ready. So mine will take probably an hour or an hour and a half. Yours might take 2. So just keep checking so that you're sure when it is ready. Don't cram that it has to be an hour or 2. Just keep checking. While our beef continues to boil, I'm going to be prepping my ingredients. As you can see, I'm going to be adding these vegetables. So these are the ones that I chose to add. I have some red bell pepper, I have some green pepper, I have an onion, I have a carrot, and I have a tomato. So just choose the vegetables you want, as long as you have an onion at least. And then I also have some spring onions, some oatmeal, and garlic. And you already know that I have Irish in my rice, so of course I've already peeled it, and I'll be cutting it into small pieces. So let's get started. I want to re-emphasize that all these vegetables are optional. You can just use onions and you'll have your pilau. So do not have a reason not to try it out. So I'll let you follow through. In case you get confused along the way, please feel free to ask me in the comment section and I'll answer you as soon as possible. So guys, my beef is ready. 1 hour and a half later, my beef is very soft and ready. So in case you love your pilau with beef that is just like this, go ahead. But as for me, I love it brownish. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but you're going to see it. So I'm going to be deep frying my beef. So if you have some soup in your beef, please don't pour it away, just put it aside. You're going to need it when we are frying our pilau. But as for me, mine was very little, and so it was negligible. In fact, it has now dried out completely. So I'm just going to be deep frying my beef. Also, you can just keep turning it around on your pan until it gives you the golden brown color that you're looking for. But because I don't have so much time on me, I'm going to use a shortcut, which is deep frying it. As you can see, the beef is giving me a good color already. I want it slightly darker than this, so I'm going to give it like some more 3 to 5 minutes, and then I'll be lifting it out of the oil. So in the meantime, I'm going to be chopping my Irish into small cube-like shapes, and then wash my rice, and the process continues. So for rice, I'm going to be measuring 2 small cups, and if you watched my recipe for egg rice, I must have talked about how I measure my water for rice, especially if I wash the rice. So I'm going to be washing the rice, and most of you might be thinking that I'm going to be measuring 4 cups of water when I'm cooking the rice, but that's not what I do. When I wash my rice, I reduce the water by at least a half. So I'm going to be adding 3.5 cups of water. My beef is where I want it to be, and so I'm going to be lifting it out of the oil. So this very oil can fry our pilau, but it's a lot for frying the pilau. So you can either reduce it or you use a different pan. So guys, from here you're going to be able to follow through the steps as I cook. In case you get confused along the way, please feel free to ask me in the comment section. So I'm going to begin by my onions. I'm going to make sure they become brown. So you have to make sure they become brown if you want brown rice, brown pilau, because I know some people do pilau that is probably yellow or just white. Some people know pilau as long as it is rice with vegetables or rice with beef. But in Uganda, guys, for us, we know pilau as brown rice with or without beef. As long as it is brown, people will say it is pilau. So for you to attain that brownness, you have to make sure that your onions are golden brown. And so you realize that in my ingredients, I had dark soy sauce. It also enhances the brown color, as you're going to be seeing. Yeah. So in case you're not adding any vegetables at this point where I've added tomatoes, go ahead and add your rice or any spices that you want to add. Like I normally tell you guys, feel free to adjust anything within my recipes. If there is something that is a must do, I will tell you. Otherwise, you are free to adjust and change it to your liking. So of course my tomatoes are soft. When they're soft enough, I try to mash them up a bit and then add the rest of the vegetables apart from coat meal. So I normally love to add coat meal at the very end towards serving. Look at that color, guys. Me, I just love that color that vegetables bring to my pan. So that is salt, turmeric, curry powder, paprika, and of course pilau masala. This one gives it that flavor of pilau. So guys, here you add the spices of your choice. Even pilau masala, you can choose not to add it. It just gives you that aroma of pilau. So in the description box, you're going to find a detail of the measurements that I used. So I'm going to be covering this for just about 5 minutes, and after that you're going to see what follows. So this is about 5 minutes later, and as you can see, someone will say probably, oh my goodness, we are going to get black rice. No, the dark color you're seeing is because of the dark soy sauce, but it's going to give us brown rice, right? Yes. So I'm going to be adding all the 3: beef, Irish, and rice. What you add first doesn't matter because we are adding all of them at the same time, within the same time. this is 30 minutes later, and I'm going to be adding my oatmeal and cover it again for about 5 minutes, and then I'll be ready to serve. Guys, look at that. Take a very close look at this. You can prepare this in just one pot. Irish rice, beef, vegetables. Why wouldn't you try out something like this? Oh my goodness. And this is perfect with mango salsa. If you've not checked out my video about how to make mango salsa, go check it out and you try it out. So today I'm going to be having mine with some eggplants. So if you've not checked out how to make eggplant sauce, go check out my video, guys. Oh my goodness, this combo. You can only taste and know exactly what I mean. Otherwise, thank you so much, guys, for watching up to this point. I'll see you in my video of how to make eggplant sauce and also how to make mango salsa. Otherwise, if you've watched both of them, then I'll see you in my next one. Bye.